Hi guys, I'm Chewie, and I'm going to be starting a new kind of series that I'm doing. I figure since I work for a fire department and I have my certifications on that, and especially since we're staying home a lot more, I should do something that's on fire safety. Now today's topic is going to be a pretty simple one to start off with. We're going to learn about fire extinguishers. Now fire extinguishers, A, you should always have one around your house, and B, have specific classifications. The ones you keep around your house, though, should be pretty universal and should not require you to have a specific one for each kind of incident you'd need to deal with. So let's get into, first and foremost, how to operate one of these. Now, fire extinguishers are pretty simple to use, and they're meant to be. So, for this one, it has a small red handle. What you do, and I'm not going to do it with this because I want to have this be ready to use if I ever need it, is that you'd pull this pin out, and it has a handle right here. So then, pretty much you just point it at the base of a fire, and you spray it, and you sweep back and forth, until the fire goes out. Now, a lot of ones are different, so when you get a fire extinguisher for your house, or you have one in your house, you want to get acquainted with how to operate it and how it works. It's pretty much the same idea, but where the pin is, how the pin's designed, where the trigger is, if it has a hose attached to it, or if it's just a flat nozzle like this one, you want to be sure and understand how yours works, so that when you're in a panic, you can operate it without having to fumble around and figure it out. Next, we're going to deal with the classifications. There are 5 different types of fire extinguisher types that deal with 5 different types of fires. Now, you shouldn't really have to deal with many of them unless you work at a specialized place like that, like a large kitchen, or a metal shop, or a gas station. So let's go through what each of these classifications means and how you can identify them. So the first classification is type A extinguishers. These are for trash, wood, paper, pretty much your general fire. Like say a campfire got out of control, you'd use a class A. Now usually those are mixed in with universals, which include type B and C. Now type B is gases, well not gases, but gasoline, oil, liquids that can be prone to ignition and fire. And C, well, C is electrical. You know what they say, never put water on an electrical fire? Well, that's why they have specialized extinguishers that are meant to not conduct electricity. Now, most universal household extinguishers are meant to do that and be non-conductive so that you don't have to worry about that. So you're not really going to have to deal with that. The only time you really need to pay attention to the lettering and what type it is if you're working at a shop, because those might have very specific lettering because they work for very specific parts. Class D extinguishers are used in metal shops. These are used for highly flammable materials like magnesium or other metal flakes that when flaked and compacted enough could ignite and cause a really rough fire. They're meant to snuff it out as fast as possible. And then there's the very special one which you might never see. And I've definitely never seen it, and I've worked in kitchens. And it is the type K extinguisher. This one is specifically meant for kitchen fires, such as grease, fryers, things that you would definitely not want to, put water on or agitate in any way. They're very specialized and usually used in very large kitchens where the ability for a fire to happen is greatly, up there. You might never have to deal with those, but in your workplace, always familiarize yourself with what extinguishers you have. These will save you from having the fire department have to fix half of your home and not just your living room table because you left a candle out too long. So always make sure that you know where your extinguisher is, how to use your extinguisher, and what type of extinguisher it is. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your house? Do you know what types it is? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below. If you don't have one, well, let me know. Maybe I can help you find a good one for you to fit your type of house. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to make this a big ongoing series and cover kind of a single topic at a time and have kind of a broad little Chewies Fire Talks. And I'd love to thank you guys so much. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Let me know how I did in the comments. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye!